This is for educational use only. Our group is allowing our instructor, Mr. Roldan Ardenes, to use this as an educational material. Good day, everyone. We are the group 3, and we are talking about the material and economic self. I'll be talking about what material and economic self. The material and economic self refers to the tangible objects, people, or places that we associate with the words mine or mine. This means that the things we own, the relationships we have, and even the places we feel connected to become a part of who we are. For example, think think about your smartphone. When you say my phone, it's not just a device. It represents your personal space, your contacts, your messages, and even your social identity. Similarly, when we say my family or my best friend, we are expressing a sense of personal connections and belonging. Even places hold meaning. A- Calling a house my home shows an emotional attachment beyond just owning the property. Society also influences what we value. In some cultures, owning expensive clothes, cars, or gadgets might be a sign of success, while in others, a simple lifestyle with fewer possessions might be more respected. In the end, the material and economic self represent both our personal identity and the value of the society we live in.
William James states that a man's self is the sum total of all that he can call his, not only his body and his psychic powers, but his clothes and his house. William James' idea emphasizes that a person's sense of self is not confined to their mind and body, but extends to everything that they identify with, especially material possessions, social roles, and even relationships. This means that our clothes, home, and belongings are not just objects, that they hold personal meaning and contribute to our identity. Losing or gaining these things can affect how we perceive ourselves. His perspective suggests that identity is fluid and influenced by both internal and external factors, reinforcing the deep connection between individuals and their surrounding.
The self as a product of modernization, among other constructions. Modern society has changed how people live and see themselves. In the past, people followed traditions and family rule to survive. But today, people have more freedom to make their own choices and what job to have. However, this also means that old tradition and family supports are as not strong as before. Now, individualism is more important and people focus more on developing their own identity.
First is material objects as identity markers. People often use fashions like clothing, gadgets, cars, homes to express their personality, values, and social status. This means person identity is often shaped by intangible qualities like belief, emotions, and experiences. But materials, passions like clothing, gadgets, cars, homes, and accessory can also serve as identity markers. How passion reflects personality. A person's home design can convey their values, high-end furniture, designer decoration, and new technology may indicate luxury, modernity, or social status. A minimalistic home with essential items, eco-friendly product suggests simplicity and sustainability. Fashion choices can also reflect this value. Social status and material identity. In addition to being means of self-expression, material possessions also contribute to social prestige. People have always displayed their economic status through their belongings. For instance, having the newest technology and may show that a person appreciates innovation and keeping up with trends, while owning high-end sports vehicle is frequently linking to money. However, some choose to live modest lifestyle and completely eschew consumerism. This decision also acts as identity markers, expressing the conviction that material belonging should be determined factor in one's level of pleasure or value. For example, about this topic is a person who wears luxury brands may see themselves as successful and sophisticated, while someone who prefers minimalism may identify with simplicity and sustainability.
Status and social comparison. Economic self-preparation is shaped by the material possession one has relative to others. Owning expensive items can reinforce a sense of achievement, while lacking them may lead to feelings of inadequacy or lower self-worth. It explains that our sense of economic self-worth is often tied to social comparison, how our position compared to those of others. Emotional attachment to objects. Objects can carry sentimental value, linking a person to memorize, relationship, or important life events. Losing or gaining such object can influence emotional well-being and self-concept. Some things are important to us because of memories, feelings connected to them. Losing or getting these things affect how we feel.
Good evening, sir. I'm John Ivan Harabi, and I'm discussing consumerism and self-perception. Consumerism is a social and economic system that encourages the acquisition of goods and services in ever-increasing amounts. It is driven by advertising, marketing, and societal norms that equate personal success and happiness with material possessions. Self-perceptions refers to how individuals view themselves, including their identity, worth, and social status. This perception is shaped by various factors including experiences, cultural influences, and personal achievements. How consumerism affects self-perceptions. Identify through possessions. 2. Social comparison. 3. Happiness and material goods. 4. Short-term satisfaction versus long-term well-being. 5. Marketing and psychological influence. Material success and economic self. Material success refers to achieving financial stability and accumulating wealth, assets, and possessions. It is often measured by factors such as income, property, luxury goods, and financial security. In many societies, material success is linked to social status, power, and personal achievements. Indicators of material success: high income or financial wealth, ownership of valuable assets such as homes, cars, businesses, access to luxury goods and services, career achievements, and professional growth. While material success can provide comfort and opportunities, it does not always guarantee personal fulfillment or happiness. Economic self. The economic self refers to how individuals perceive their financial situation and its role in their identity, self-worth, and decision-making. It is shaped by personal experiences, social influences, and cultural values. Factors affecting economic self. Financial independence, the ability to support oneself without financial stress. Spending habits, how individuals manage money and consumption. Self-worth and wealth. Some people tie their self-esteem to their financial status, while others prioritize non-material aspects of life. Cultural and social expectations. Different cultures define economic success in various ways, influencing personal financial goals. Minimalism and anti-materialism. Minimalism. Minimalism is a lifestyle and philosophy that promotes simplicity, intentional living, and reducing excess. It encourages individuals to focus on what truly adds value to their lives rather than accumulating unnecessary possessions. Key principles of minimalism: decluttering, owning fewer but more meaningful items, intentionality, making deliberate choices about what to buy and keep, quality over quantity, investing in fewer high-quality items instead of mainly disposable ones, financial freedom, reducing spending and prioritizing savings or experiences, focus on experiences, prioritizing relationships, personal growth, and meaningful experience over material goods. Benefits of minimalism: reduces stress and increases mental clarity, helps saves money by avoiding unnecessary purchases, encourages sustainable and environmental friendly living, improves focus on personal values. And anti-materialism is a belief system or mindset that rejects the idea that wealth and possessions define happiness or success. It challenges consumer culture and encourages a deeper connection to non-material aspects of life, such as relationships, spirituality, and personal growth. Key aspects of anti-materialism: criticism of consumerism, rejecting the idea that happiness comes from buying more, valuing simplicity, choosing a lifestyle that prioritizes needs over wants, spiritual or philosophical focus, finding fulfillment in purpose, knowledge, or relationships rather than material wealth, skepticism of advertising and media, recognizing how marketing manipulates desires and social status. Benefits of anti-materialism: encourages deeper relationship and self-awareness, reduces financial pressure and debt, promotes ethical and sustainable consumption, helps shift focus from external validation to inner fulfillment. Thank you, sir.
Implication of position or lack of position on self-esteem and well-being. Material positions and play a significant role in shaping self-esteem and overall well-being. The extent of their impact depends on personal values, societal influence, and physiological factors. While position can provide a sense of security and identity and overlines on materials, wealth can also lead to emotional instability and dissatisfaction.
Let's talk how position influence self-esteem. Our self-worth is often shaped by what we own, how society views our belongings, and how financial stability affects our confidence. This topic is divided into two parts. First one is how possession boosts self-esteem, and the second one is the effects of lacking possessions. So the first one, possession and self-esteem. Let's start with how owning valuable or desirable items affects self-esteem. First, status and achievement. Owning luxury goods, cars, or homes can boost self-esteem because they serve as a symbol of success and competence. Many people associate material wealth with accomplishment, which increases their confidence, especially in social settings. Like for example, Jane recently bought a luxury car, and whenever she drives it to work, her colleagues admire her success. This boosts her confidence and makes her feel accomplished. The second one is the social validation. Possessions can also act as a symbol of belonging. When a person owns trendy or high-status items, they may feel more accepted and admired by their peers. This validation reinforces a sense of self-worth. Example: Mark wears the latest fashion trends, and his friends compliment his style. This makes him feel accepted and admired in his social group. The third one is the anatomy and control. Financial stability allows people to own essential resources like a home or savings, giving them a sense of security and independence. The ability to afford personal desires enhances their confidence and control over their own lives. Anna saved enough money to buy her own house. She feels secure and independent, knowing she doesn't have to rely on others for a place to live. Lack of possessions and its effects on self-esteem. Now let's talk about the negative effects of lacking possessions on self-esteem. First one, feelings of inferiority. In a society that values material success, not having certain possessions can lead to social comparison. Those who cannot afford luxury items may feel left out or less worthy, leading to a lower sense of self-esteem. Example: David sees his friends traveling and buying expensive gadgets, but he cannot afford them. he starts feeling left behind and less successful. Financial stress and self-worth. Struggling to meet basic needs such as food, shelter, and healthcare can cause financial stress, which negatively impacts self-esteem. Economic hardships can make individuals feel like failures, leading to helplessness and embarrassment. Example, Lisa struggles to pay rent and buy food for her family. She feels like she is failing as a parent, which lowers her self-esteem. Social exclusion. So limited access to material goods like the latest technology or fashionable clothing can result in social exclusion, especially among younger people. This can negatively affect their mental health, leading to low confidence and feelings of isolation. Example, Tom cannot afford a smartphone, so he misses out on group chats and online games that his classmates enjoy. He feels isolated.
Material possession and well-being. Material possession can impact well-being in both positive and negative ways depending on how they are acquired, valued, and integrated into life. Finding balance between materialism and well-being means recognizing the role that material things play in our life while ensuring they don't define our happiness or self-worth. Mindful consumption is about making intentional, truthful choices about what we buy, use, and consume rather than being driven by impulse, trends, or societal pressures. Self-worth is about what you own, how much money you make, or status you hold. It's about who you are at your core.